Hey guys, today I'm gonna go over these Faraday bags that I got finally. Pretty much what I got here, I ordered through Amazon. I got a total of 3 bags here. 1, 2, 3 Faraday bags. They were just under 20 bucks. Pretty much what these are, they're uh, they're bags that help protect your electronic equipment against CME or EMP. Uh, So like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put maybe an AM FM radio inside and like a spare Geiger counter so that they're protected from any kind of static electric charge that comes from either one of those two EMPs or CMEs. Pretty much what these are, you can't just rely on them alone. They're designed to provide an extra protection when used inside of a cage, and I'm going to show you how you can do that, how you can use household items as a Faraday cage. Well, I'll just give you one example. I have a couple of microwaves in the basement, so probably what I'll do is I'll use one of those microwaves, the older one, and use that as my cage and put this inside the cage. I'll do a separate video on that, how I do that one, just to show you what I got going on as for protection, so nothing happens to my electronic equipment. So the issue here with these is I ordered them on Amazon, and I was expecting to get them within 3 to 5 days, and that didn't happen. I ordered them on the 16th of November, and today is the 26th of November. 10 days, 10 days to get them. So that's an indicator to me that there could perhaps be a shortage of these bags, and that's what I'm trying to get at here in previous videos, is that if you get on the ball now, you can beat the rush to these things. You won't have to wait a month for them or 2 months. So it's a good $20 spent. I intend to use them. Hopefully they work, which probably won't, but if worst case scenario anything happened. It's always good. It's my philosophy to be prepared for the worst. If you're prepared for the worst, you can pretty much handle most things that come your way. So what I think here, the reason for why there's potentially a shortage of these is because right now the grand solar minimum, we're at its peak right now, which means with each coming year, within the next 7 to 10 years, we're going to be going from that grand solar minimum back into a grand solar maximum, which means there will be an increase of CMEs. Whether they're going to be aimed directly at the planet, it's unclear. We can't predict them that far in advance. CMEs are pretty much, you can contend with a CME as long as you have enough time, advance notice. So, on the safe side, I'm going with these. One last thing, this cell phone test myth came and closed with this. Just pretty much it explains that these things are not intended to block microwave radio transmission from cell phones and similar Wi-Fi equipment. So if you're testing your equipment, and you're testing them, based on cell phone signals, like you're still getting a cell phone signal, you're not necessarily testing the right thing. I've seen a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of people doing that. They think that by minimizing a cell phone signal going through the bag or the cage is pretty much a guarantee that the equipment's working, but that's not necessarily true. just because it can't block out microwave radio transmission from cell phones and other similar Wi-Fi equipment doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to protect you from an electrostatic charge from a CME or an EMP. At least that's how I interpret this. So I'm going to read word for word what it says here. It is also important to note that microwave transmissions are not a valid testing methodology to determine the integrity of a Faraday cage. All right, so that's coming from this. It came with the Faraday bags. It also, another disclaimer that they're not, that these bags, they're designed to be used as an additional protection within a larger Faraday cage. It is this nesting of shielded enclosures that has been shown to be the most effective approach to decreasing the damaging effects of static voltages in the atmosphere. It is clearly stated in our listing that our products are not intended to block microwave radio transmission from cell phones and similar Wi-Fi equipment. All right, so guys, I'm hoping that clears it up a little bit for you. I know there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to EMPs and CMEs. You just got to study it out, and don't always go with one method. Just because they say this method is the right method doesn't necessarily mean it is. So my theory is if you get started on something, it's better than nothing. And when it comes to EMPs, there are multiple ways of protecting against EMPs. Utilize that. If you have two radios, protect them differently. Don't protect them the same way. And that's it. That's how I'm rolling. All right. So the lighter from yesterday, it's still drying out. So I'll keep you guys up to date. It doesn't look too hopeful. Looks like the flint or something. I'm not even getting a spark out of it yet. But when it comes back up, when that lighter's dried out and it's usable again, I'll let you know. I'll let you know how long it took for that thing to dry out so that I could use it again. All right. So that's it. Thanks for watching. And have a good one.